Addicted to the Outdoors begins now.
This week we are headed to Illinois to catch up with Jeff Bauer at Triple T Outfitters.
We're also going to be hunting with some good buddies, Tim and Rudd.
Yeah, Tim and Rudd, we always have a lot of fun with them, and I can tell you this week's show, at the very least, it's entertaining.
I actually killed something because I don't think I killed a whitetail in the last year and a half, so I'm good. It's a big grocery getter.
We made it.
I don't know. Somebody's home. Nobody's home. You must be Jeff. Hey, John Brunson, what's happening?
I'll show you where to put your stuff.
Okay.
Hunting in Illinois, and especially the last week of October, it's tough. If it's cold, it's good. If it's warm, it's not very good. We're just starting the pre-rut right now, and the biggest thing with Illinois, the temperatures play a big difference when you're hunting in this area.
It is our first morning in Illinois, and unfortunately, we are rained in.
So we decided to head to town and load up the grocery getter.
You want another one? You look taller on TV.
Oh, everybody says that.
You know you've made it when you get recognized in Walmart, which means I probably haven't made it because they always recognize Gina. So midday, we're gonna shoot our bows a little bit, make sure nothing got knocked off on the plane.
It's still supposed to rain. There's supposed to be early showers for the evening, but we decided to chance and get in our stands, and hopefully we made the right decision and we're not going to be soaking wet later. We're finally in our stand. It's the first afternoon, and I had a little mishap. I grabbed John's bow, so they had to come all the way back over here, and I had to go all the way up that big hill and exchange bows.
Oh, well, that's Gina. She does that quite often. She'll just grab whatever she can get her hands on and boogie off to her stand.
So let me just say, he was not happy.
It is morning 2 in Illinois. It is nice and cold, and hopefully the rain holds off. We're gonna head and get in our stands and hopefully see some deer this morning.
We had some does come out right at daybreak, and then about 5 minutes ago we had a few more come out. No bugs.
It is nice to be back in a deer stand in some cold weather. Man, I was ready.
Yeah, there was no doubt that the rut was kicking in.
Pretty good morning. I saw 4 bucks, 1 definite shooter. So we might move our stand, see if we can't get on that buck in the morning.
If they do that again tomorrow morning, I'd say we definitely, if we go hang a stand on those 2 big trees, we'll kill that deer, because there was 1 shooter for sure, maybe 2 in the group.
Waited to see what the weather's going to do, and it just looks like it may rain all through the evening. We're not sure. Right now it's nice and sunny.
I'm sure it'll rain again, but we're going to go dig in, get in our stand, and hopefully see some deer.
This rain just doesn't want to slow down. We are pretty much soaked, but we have managed to keep the camera somewhat dry, so we're going to just hunker down and sit the rest of the day. We've got probably another 3 or 4 hours of light, and you know, these deer will move in this. It's a nice little steady drizzle, and it's nice and cool out, so I've killed deer in weather like this before. The trick is just keep the camera dry.
Hey Gina, I heard you get a little interruption in the stand.
Yeah, we were sitting there and I heard something, and no one a deer. We're in the tree hunting. I had to stand up and yell at the guys to let them know that somebody was hunting there. We're screwed.
Limb Saver presents Addicted to the Outdoors with Jon and Gina Brunson.
This segment is brought to you by Forlow, the only technical fishing and hunting apparel completely made in the USA. Forlow, the future of hunting is here.
In case you missed something.
We are headed to Illinois to catch up with Jeff Bauer at Triple T Outfitters. Yeah, there was no doubt that the rut was kicking in.
Anyways, it's getting colder. The rain has stopped.
We're gonna head out and dig in and hopefully see some deer this morning.
Finally, no rain, which is nice. We've been seeing deer all morning, but just does and a couple little bucks. No big boys.
We're gonna pull everything out and we're gonna move to a different place this afternoon, and hopefully we'll see some deer.
The rain has stopped, but the wind has started. So, not sure how it's gonna work out, but we went and moved Gina's stand while she slept. Got her in a new spot. I'm gonna go back to the same spot I was in because it's down in a little ravine, so it's out of the wind. And hopefully we'll see something other than does and little dinkers.
We're in our stand, and it is very windy, as you can see. I was seeing a lot of deer. I seen some does, small bucks, but I hadn't seen any shooters.
Yeah, you know, I was hunting this one stand for several days, and it was a killer stand.
It goes after. Nice. Freaking nice to see a buck chasing a doe. Yes, yes, yes.
But I kept seeing these bucks work this fence line, and it just looked like these deer were gravitating towards this fence. It was about 400 or 500 yards out, so it was time to start moving some stands around.
So here Rudd was kind of twisted about his stand selection.
Yeah, old Rudd and Tim were griping a little bit because they weren't seeing any deer, but I think it was more about them boys goofing off in their stand.
This stand is the smoking hot spot. Any more good spots? John told me, he says, that's the smoking hot spot this morning, buddy. Yeah, it's smoking. Yeah, they're sitting back at the house drinking coffee, laughing at me.
It's about 34 degrees and with a feels like 20 something because it's cold. But we're gonna go sit in our new stand for the first time. We hung on that fence line yesterday, got out of there, wind was blowing hard. It should be nice and settled down. So we're gonna camp out there for the rest of the trip and see if I can get on that big boy.
Illinois is a lot different than hunting a lot of other states. You know, you're hunting smaller woods, you're hunting deer that a lot of times travel quite a ways. So you just kind of hunt the travel corridors. Another thing, when you come out to Illinois, you know, most of the bucks are a lot bigger than where they're hunting at home. And, you know, move up and set your sights on a bigger buck.
You know, it hadn't really gotten that cold yet, so there was still a lot of food. And man, you know, trying to pin down those deer and figure out where they were coming from. It was tough because every other day they were coming from a different direction.
Red was out there seeing all kind of bugs, but just none of them was in range.
This is why everybody needs a rut in their hunting camp.
Jon swears this is gonna work.
Just for the people who don't know, I love to pester Corey. Basically, I decided after dinner to have Tim and Rudd bombard them and take them down on the ground just for fun.
I know. See, I overpowered them. See, Rudd couldn't take me down though. I had two guys on me. I threw them off. They couldn't tango.
Oh my God.
I finally figured out that these deer are coming up this wood line and coming out of this corner. So we just whipped up a little homemade blind with the bales of hay here, and you know, hopefully they don't notice.
Yeah, nice homemade blind there.
Yeah, well, you know, it was kind of a last minute ditch effort. Those deer were crossing that fence and we could mark where they were going in by this pole. And there were a bunch of bales of hay there, and we didn't want to just pop a double bull up out in the middle of nowhere kind of last minute. So we decided to roll them bales around and build us a little homemade blind.
It's our last day in Illinois. We head out in the morning. So it is do or die time. The wind has stopped, but the temperature has risen. So what you gonna do? I hear this noise behind me, and I look over to my left, and here comes this doe, man, and she is like hauling butt coming through the creek. He's following her. Come back this way, girl, come on. I could hear her coming down the creek behind us, and she's walking a little bit, then she starts trotting a little bit, and all of a sudden she just goes by right behind me pretty fast, and I can't see him, but I know he's like right there on the same trail, and all of a sudden we can just see his reflection. And I realize I only have one little hole. Yes. Yes. Oh my God. That buck just come out chasing a doe. Yes. Oh, babe, it was awesome.
And hey, was it a good shot? I mean, so you put it right behind,
right
behind the shoulder.
Yep.
And
so, but the problem, I'm worried though because he was in the water. We saw him run. He took off running in the he went in the water, but I'm telling you, it was an awesome shot.
You know, this hunt was another one of those hunts this past season where I was really proud of Gina. You know, just making the right decisions, and you know, this was an instance where she actually called the doe in that the buck was following, called him all the way back around, and brought him right past her stand. Of course, she ends up having a shot in the exact spot that she thought she wouldn't have a shot.
Well, turns out we didn't find that buck, and we had to head out early the next morning. It's tough when you make a good shot and don't recover the deer. But that's the way it goes sometimes. We headed back home a little dejected, but good news was coming soon.
This segment is brought to you by Boning. Boning, your archery equipment source.
In case you're just tuning in, we are headed to Illinois to catch up with Jeff Bauer at Triple T Outfitters.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God.
Well, we got the phone call the next day that they had recovered Gina's deer, so we were pretty excited. So we made an adjustment in our next long road trip to stop off in the RV and pick up her deer. The big nasty RV. Oh, I'm bigger than everybody. I'll just push him out of the way. Yo, come on, baby. Come on, baby. I know you got it in you. Wow.
So what new gear have you picked up on the road?
A couple different things. One was that hybrid hunting trailer, which was pretty cool. We can throw our buggy on the back, throw all our gear in the front, hook it up and go. Put the old bad boy on the back, all of our gear inside. The bad boy.
The bad boy, bud?
What's up, man? What's happening?
Well, I guess we got one now, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe I can get lucky.
That's right.
You know, we followed a good blood trail and we just could not figure out where this deer went. And of course, later we found out that he went straight out into a cornfield and just bedded up. So when they go out into the middle of a big old cornfield, it makes it a little difficult to find them buggers.
Yeah, I was really bummed, but when we got the call the next day that they had found my deer, man, I was so excited.
Yep, she was crying when she lost him and crying when they found him.
Well, that's normal.
I figured since we were swinging in there to get her deer, we might as well stay a day or two and go jump back in the stand and see if I could stick me something. You know, I'm a big fan of using decoys, and when they work, they work. And when they don't, they don't. Who's this? His first bow kill?
First bow kill.
Congratulations, man. First bow kill, huh?
Sure.
Nice. Hopefully we can kill some, man. It is cold, calm. It's like 23, 24 degrees.
Oh, yeah.
It should be good. Trying to get my tag filled. It is cold. It's about 22, 23 degrees. And had a pretty good morning. We've seen quite a few deer. Saw a nice little buck chasing a doe. Just no shooters yet, but I know they're in here. We were up here a week ago. I saw at least 2 different shooters out of this stand, so hopefully we'll get one down. We're gonna try and dig in and just sit all day.
they've turned down several bucks since they've been here that a lot of people would consider mature bucks, but Jon and Gina's been hunting for years, have killed big bucks, and they're wanting the top end bucks.
Yeah, I just was not seeing that big boy.
Bye, guys. Nice to meet you guys. Gina.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, we'll get together, man.
When you come out to have a really good time.
See ya.
This segment is brought to you by Grizzly Blinds. Grizzly Blinds, adventure guaranteed.
You know, we had a great time hunting with Jeff out at Triple T. Real fun guy. Smart outfitter, very knowledgeable bow hunter, which we love to see in our outfitters. He's got some incredible property. Gina got to kill a nice buck with her bow. I got to see some nice bucks. I've got some buddies of mine that have killed some monsters with him, so I know they're out there. And one thing about Jeff that people need to know is you never know it by looking at him, but he is a practical joker. So if you want to do some good hunting, some fun bow hunting, or some good Illinois hunting, go see Jeff. But if you go hunt with him, be ready, because I can promise you he's up to something.
Day 3 in Illinois with Triple T Whitetails.
So wet.
La la la, isn't it beautiful?
You just need your
They told me if I didn't wear them, I wasn't allowed to hunt.